Hello everyone, today we are going to be making honey scones. First you're going to be kneading 1.5 cups of plain all-purpose flour, sifted beforehand, and then you'll be kneading 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and whisk that together. Then add in your cubed butter. It'll be half of a stick or 2 ounces. You're going to be mixing this together until it resembles breadcrumbs. You might need to use your fingers at one point. I did once I stopped filming this little bit. And there are the breadcrumbs. Then you're going to be adding in your sugar, which is about 2 tablespoons. You're just going to whisk that together. Then you'll be needing 1/4 cup of honey. Now that was all the honey I had left in my house, so I just kind of went with it. They ended up tasting fine, so I assumed that was relatively close to 1/4 cup. And then you're just going to mix that together. And once that is mixed to as best as you can, you're going to be adding in your 1/2 cup of whole milk. I prefer cashew milk because regular milk kind of bothers me, so that was what I added and it tasted just fine. Once you have a relatively rough dough started, you're going to take some flour and you're going to sprinkle it down onto the table or whichever kind of surface that you have, and then you're going to roll out your dough. Now this is extremely sticky. I probably should have added more flour to the batter itself. Throughout the course of this recipe I did add an extra 1/3 cup of flour just to get this going, and you'll see how sticky it is, and you are going to want to flour your hands because this is very, very sticky stuff. And you're just going to knead it together until your dough becomes nice and elastic. Once your dough has neatly come together, nice and elastic, and it doesn't stick to your hands or your countertop anymore, you're going to flour your rolling pin. You're going to roll it out to at least 2 centimeters thick. And then once you have it rolled out nice and thin, then you're going to be using a cookie cutter. The one that I have here is about 1.5 to 2 inches. I'd recommend one that's maybe 3 inches because this made a ton of them and they're all very small and bite-sized. Once you have them all cut out, then you're going to lay them on a greased baking sheet. I just had 2 of them. They were a 12 by 13, I believe. They're almost square. Make sure they're greased and you put down some parchment paper. Then once you have them on your baking sheets, then you're going to brush them with a little bit of egg wash. I just mixed up 1 egg. I didn't add any water or anything to it. Once this is done, You're going to take these and put them into a 375-degree oven from 28 to 30 minutes. Now mine I left in for about 22 minutes and they were actually a tad bit burnt, so keep an eye on them about halfway through. Now while you're waiting for them to bake, you're gonna probably want to clean up your kitchen so your roommate doesn't get mad. Time to wait. And then after about 25 minutes, you're going to be taking them out of the oven. Mine were in there for a little too long. You can see they're just a little too brown on the top, but they tasted just fine. Look at how nice and brown and crispy they look. They were a little crispy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. They kind of taste like a graham cracker to me, actually. So overall, I think this recipe was a severe success. They tasted so good. I made them in the evening and then I saved them for breakfast, and they were great with a little bit of butter and jam on them. Again, if you do make them bigger, then you can put a little more topping on them. The recipe actually calls to put on a quarter cup of sesame seeds on top of the egg wash, but I don't do well eating seeds. They upset my stomach, so I just kind of opted them out, but you are more than welcome to add that to your recipe because, you know, that's the original. Now, when I was talking about how long to bake them in the oven for, I had actually misspoke. I'm looking at the recipe back now, and it said for 15 to 20 minutes, and I think I'd put mine in until maybe 18 minutes, and that was a little too much. So my oven, I would probably bake it at 15 minutes, so you might want to change that, but again, halfway through, keep your eye on them. You don't want them to get too brown on the top. So those were honey scones. Click like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe to my channel. I will try to put out a video every single week, one video a week. In case you guys didn't catch it, my theme of this channel will be cooking my way through each cookbook that I find. The one that I'm doing right now is Step-by-Step Baking, packed with fantastic step-by-step guides, the #1 cook's choice. And again, I will have the recipe in the description box below. And again, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks guys. Bye bye.